Today's stream is brought to you by Bug Hunter. Bug Hunter, creator of the cutest little songs you've ever diddly dang done heard. Bedtime story. Bedtime stories. So maybe bedtime stories that have words in their title that are just normal things. Like maybe, nope, no sheep there. Moo.
Moo?
What are some like bedtime stories where the wild things are? Mary had a little lamb. Well, that's not a that's
more
a
like
song.
a nursery
That's a
rhyme.
song.
Yeah.
I know more nursery rhymes. I know the hungry caterpillar. Is there like a caterpillar in here? No. There's 7 words.
Yeah, like what bedtime stories did like you?
Oh,
did
you assumed I got
stories?
bedtime stories, you privileged piece of poop.
Well,
I didn't get no bedtime stories. I didn't have parents that loved me.
You didn't have a single like book that even if you had to read it to yourself?
No.
Okay. Well,
privileged.
The good news about this puzzle, considering that you didn't get bedtime stories, is that I got all the words in the puzzle. I just didn't understand the words in the puzzle.
Moodin.
Like
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Hint. Nut. No nutshell.
Just nuts.
I don't really know what. I don't know any bedtime stories. All the ones I know are like nursery rhymes.
Yeah, genuinely, don't look for bedtime story words. Just look for words. I did not understand the.
It's even more
words.
Annoying. Lock. Giss. Oh no, can't do kiss. Net. Shush. What? That's not a word?
Shush has an SH at the start.
Oh, shush. Oh yeah, sush. So it would be shush. Oh, is it SHUSH?
Yeah.
Oh. Tick-ot. Tick-ot.
So close to TikTok, but no.
There's hens again. Stook. That's a word?
Huh.
Took. You're a fool of a took, Jocelyn. It's toasty. I'm hot.
Do you want me to turn the AC down a little?
Did the AC just not readjust itself when we came back home?
It said it was 78 when I passed by it. I can turn
Maybe
it
it's
down.
just not blowing right now, and that's why it feels hot. No, it's fine. It's fine. I just haven't got comfortable yet. Tim's. Clock.
Maybe pluralize that one.
Come on. Okay. I don't see what clocks have to do with bedtime stories.
I already told you. None of the words make sense unless you know a very specific story. And I didn't know it.
Oh, it's a singular bedtime story? That's fucked up. What is this, 3 Blind Mice? Mice. How about 3? Can I get a 3? Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock.
You keep confusing nursery rhymes with bedtime stories.
There are no bedtime stories. We've been over this. There's only nursery rhymes. You learn them from your Christian daycare. Like all Americans do. Smush.
That's a good word.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Good. Good. Goody.
Uh-huh. You're so close, sweetie.
Good. Good knock. Good. Oh, good night. Good night. What? This is like a span word, but what's going on here?
Well, first you have to make it touch another wall for it to be a span word.
I know, but like how?
Okay.
Good not good
Go back to good night.
night. I need this H.
Yeah. Then go back to good night.
Good night. But the S is here.
I didn't say go back to good nights.
Good night. What? Good night. Good night, Tay.
Don't make it double back
Good
on itself.
night, Mock. Good night, Tins. There's not. This isn't a word. Good nightus.
There's another word that makes sense after good night if you keep going.
Wait, is this a 3-word span word?
Good night's one word.
Good night, Monk. Because whoever made this is a big fan of that old TV show called Monk.
Wow, hearing Monk be called old makes me feel old.
I never watched it, so I have no frame of reference of how old it actually is, but I do know it was airing back when like quirky detective comedies were a big thing, and I know that was a long time ago.
It was, yeah. I think it was airing when I was like late high school, early college. I remember like there were some people in college who really liked it.
No, it can't be good night time because the E is up there.
Yeah.
Good night. No. Stins. Good night. Sums. Good night, sun.
What's the opposite of good night, sun?
Good night, moon.
You kind of messed up your spelling there.
Good night. Moons? I don't get it. What am I doing wrong?
Don't pluralize it.
Good night, moon.
Make sure you hit the T in good night.
Good night, moon.
Have you heard of that book?
I vaguely have heard of this, but again, I've never had, to my knowledge, a bedtime story. I know I would read to myself occasionally, like a children's book, like The Hungry Caterpillar, or like The Mouse Who Wanted a Cookie, or that Body Parts book that I've got kicking around here somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Goodnight Moon is not a book I grew up with, but I recognize it as like one of the like classic children's bedtime books. But because I didn't grow up with Goodnight Moon, I didn't understand any of the like significance of the words.
Okay. I guess nobody. Yeah.
Nobody was my first word, and I was like, is this the little red hen?
Socks? I guess maybe they get a pair of socks in the story?
Yeah, I don't
know. There's still 3 words? Yep. Did I already? No, I can't do time. No, I can't do stick. Hins? No, I already did hins like a bajillion times already. Um, Mute. Let's see. Night was used in the span word. So there's probably not night anywhere up here. Sick. What? Kiss. No.
Kiston?
I don't know what this corner word could be. There's too many consonants. This K is what's making it hard.
Start with the K.
Start with the K. This none of this makes sense. Kissing?
Yeah, the kids' bedtime books be kissing.
Is it kittens? This is so annoying. Why has Strands been so washed lately? Shums. Oh no, I tried to make shush again. Mush. What?
I don't get it either.
Didn't I? Oh, I did smush earlier. Oh, mittens?
Yeah. All I know is that clocks and socks rhyme and kittens and mittens rhyme.
You don't suppose I can find just like bar for bar the book, right?
Looks like there's a read aloud on YouTube.
I don't want to read aloud. I just want the word. What are the words in the book Goodnight Moon? Motherfucker. What is the story of Goodnight Moon? Yeah, okay, fine. Wiki. Background, publication history, other editions, synopsis. The text is a rhyming poem describing an anthropomorphic bunny's bedtime ritual of saying goodnight to various inanimate living objects in the bunny's room. A red balloon, a pair of socks. Where was the balloon? Huh? Where was the balloon? Where was the dollhouse? Apparently the mush is more important than all those other things.
They just had to squish in a 4-letter word.
2 kittens? Where was the 2? Among others, despite the kittens, a mouse is present in each spread?
Like a 2-page spread of the book.
Why wasn't mouse in there then? The book begins at 7 p.m. and ends at 8:10 p.m., with each spread being spaced 10 minutes apart as measured by the 2 clocks in the room and reflected improbably in the rising moon. The illustrations alternate between 2-page black and white spreads and objects in 2-page color spreads of the room. Like the other book, the series, a common cost-saving technique at the time. Wait, why wasn't mouse in the puzzle then? It sounds like the mouse is an integral part of this storybook.
I don't know.
I was looking for mouse. Or mice. Because all I could think of was like, oh.
It was ranked number 4 among the top 100 picture books.
Because like the whole time I was just like, you give a mouse a cookie? You give a mouse a cookie?
Yeah.
But Give a Mouse a Cookie's lived with me to this day, and I had to read it to myself.
Yeah. Those poor bunny parents trying to put their bunny child to bed at 7 o'clock and having to go through all of this until 8:10. A 70-minute bedtime.
The parents are going through this? The kid's not doing this on their own?
Well, parents tend to put kids to bed, is what I'm saying. Like, how exhausting must that be?
I was gonna say
spend an hour 10 putting your kid to bed.
I was gonna say this would be really pogged up for the parents if the kid already had like a guaranteed set in stone.
I guess if
like
the parents
go to bed routine.
I guess if the parents just like put the kid aside and like, okay, bedtime, it's 7 o'clock, good night, slam the door. And then the kid just like soothes themselves to sleep for 70 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I assumed was happening when I was reading this. The text is a rhyming poem describing an anthropomorphic bunny's bedtime ritual. When it says anthro, I imagine it's just a fucking bunny.
It's probably just a
wearing like a
bunny in a
shirt.
shirt.
Wait a minute. Good night moon. An image of a certain bunny just popped into my head. And I wanted to see what the bunny looked like. This art is horrible.
Well, this is not from the book. Goodnight Moon gay print.
Oh, is this like grown up bunny? This is the
Maybe.
grown up bunny where he had to specifically find a partner that also like saying goodnight to all the same shit. Because there's two bowls of mush. There's 2 mice.
There's only one red balloon.
No, this bunny doesn't look familiar. There's like a kid's rabbit. Maybe it was like the rabbit storybook. There's like maybe it's the rabbit that like bonks people on the head that I'm thinking of.
Oh, Little Bunny Fufu?
Maybe. No, what I'm thinking of was like a little rabbit children's animated show. It had like a really fat little rabbit.
If it's an
And it kind of
show,
toddled
then...
about. Let me try animation. Kids rabbit animation cartoon. Come on.
Try typing in like 1995.
Let's try 90s. Because I remember watching something back when... Look at this guy.
Like
I remember...
Guy.
Oh, look, it's everybody's favorite bunny. This isn't 90s. Google's washed. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm done here. Goodnight Moon, not as good of a storybook as people would have you believe. I suggest you read to your kids, Give a Mouse a Cookie, Body Parts, or The Hungry Caterpillar. Give a Mouse a Cookie will teach them to never trust another person in their life. Body Parts will make them think that their boogers are bits of their brain falling out of their head. And The Hungry Caterpillar, I don't know what that one was supposed to teach, but I know that caterpillar was hungry. Okay. The mini.
It's the big mini today.
It's the big mini today. Breed of sled dog, husky. Anti-establishment casino?
That makes sense.
Golden brown drizzle on an ice cream sundae. Golden brown. Syrup? I'll come back to that one.
Yeah, because I'm thinking caramel, but that's too short.
Is pick with a K or a C? Pick.
I think it's Pick.
No. It's K or C. I'm pretty sure. Tree that makes acorns. Oak. Shoot off again as an email. Resend. Unmanned aircraft, drone. Castle material that's not very sturdy. Clay. Talk persistently.
One of those three is wrong. ENY isn't a word.
Let me look at 11 down. Fitting final down.
End.
Oh. Okay, I see. End. So then this is... I don't know.
Sand.
Oh, sand is in fact a castle material. Talks persistently about... Action.
Pick is wrong.
Well, it's just like...
Harps on.
Harps. Pip.
It's...
Olympic women's gymnastic powerhouse USA. I always get confused by those, and it's always just USA. Mm-hmm. Biles, who represents 2 down.
It's the first name, last name Biles, who represents the USA. There's one letter. Look at the letters and see if you can.
Biles who Simone
Simone Biles.
works with the hands as dough. Need egg center is yolk. Backup modern auto feature.
Okay, I was right about 7 across. It just has way more letters than I thought.
Oh, caramel. This might just be card. No, it's something. Birthday message may be written on them. Cards. And then 8 across to guitarist accessory. Amp.
That's the fastest Big Mini we've done.
I feel like, honestly, Big Mini's easier. Because a lot of the times with Big Mini, I don't feel like they throw as many like pop culture like nonsense at me. But on the small minis, like they try and be cute with it, with like pop culture stuff a lot more often. Because a lot of these were just like fun facts.
I mean, you got anti-establishment really well.
I was about to get pissed off, but then I was like, wait a minute, that's gambling casino. But they were cute with this one. I'm a little upset about it, but I did get it, so I can't be too upset. Caramel, amp, oak, rescind, drone, camera, 6,
backup camera.
modern. Oh, a backup camera, which is a modern auto feature.
Not automatic, but automobile.
Yeah. Was there any other one we didn't actually finish? No, it was just camera and amp, kind of like.
The amp fell into place.
Yeah. I want to know.
Pick was PICK.
No. Guitar pick. Okay, you're right. They spell them with CK. Okay, connections. Have you done this morning, by the way?
Yes.
I couldn't tell what you'd done this morning because you kind of had a late start today.
I did. I slept in until 7:40.
Ooh, 7:40. What's funny is I woke up at like probably about 8:35, and what was frustrating me is I actually woke up at 8, but my body kept trying to go back to sleep, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be awake now because my alarm is always set for 8 now. But
not on the weekends.
But I don't have an alarm set for the weekends because I keep forgetting to turn that on, and it keeps tripping me up on the weekends because I don't want to sleep till 9. I liked waking up at 7 because it made it easy to go to bed earlier, but like it's just so hard to like get up at 7 even if I've gotten plenty of rest.
Yeah.
Just something about 7 in the morning. I think it's a light thing. Cuz like I don't remember which person we learned this from, but they were talking about like circadian rhythms and stuff. And a big part of your circadian rhythm is actually light.
Right.
Not necessarily the color of the light, but also the brightness of the light. So when I'm going to bed, it's dark. But if I wake up at 7, it's still kind of dark.
Do you want me to start opening one of the side windows again?
Oh yeah, we can get away with that now that the house isn't like 1,000,000 degrees anymore.
Yeah, I can just open up the blinds on the side window and let more light in.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Only the one that you were opening before, because
so it's not
I don't want to deal with the assholes who have like freaking spotlights on their back yard.
Yeah. Like this way there's like it illuminates the room, but it doesn't like shine right on your face.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Bear, fox, babe. I don't really think there's like a baby animal line here.
Baby animals was a few days ago.
Yeah. Let's see. Fox and bear could be like movie or TV show things, because there's the bear, there's the fantastic Mr. Fox. I want to watch that again. It's been a while. You know, I should see if Sam will watch it with me. Just have an excuse to hang out with Sam.
Yeah.
Detour, detour and tangent, digression, and aside. Yeah. Okay, that one was pretty easy. Yield, right, radius, reverse. Is there anything else? Maybe radius, but that feels a little. I'll ruminate on this one.
Okay.
Snack, produce, 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 yield, generate. Hmm. I feel like this is a word, but these maybe there's another meaning I don't get.
Would you like to ask me about a specific word?
Produce, generate, yield. Let's see. Right's a direction. It's also an affirmation. Reverse is to turn around. Radius is half of the diameter of a circle. R. Is there another meaning for R other than just like being kind of like a
like to be?
Like yeah, this like R's an adverb? Is that what they're called?
Oh, I remember what that went with. Yeah, it's the only relevant meaning of the word is to be.
To be, okay. Bear. All it could be bear. Because to bear fruit.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Reverse radius. Babe right. Right angle. This could be geometry stuff. And snacks fox are babe. Snack, what do those have in common? Maybe tin could be the fourth one for this. Do any of these words happen to also mean like a type of angle? Because that's what I'm getting from these. Like a right angle. Well, I guess radius isn't like an angle, but it's like geometry stuff.
None of those are angle related. None of the remaining words.
Okay, but they could be geometry related. You know what? I've got 4.
Yeah.
Let's try it. One away. I feel the most comfortable about these 3. Babe R to be. Fox. Fox is an animal.
Yes.
Is there any other meaning for fox other than
there are some slang animal? Meanings for fox where like someone might be clever like a fox or someone might be foxy.
Wait.
I felt gross submitting that answer.
Yeah, that's gross.
Like
that's gross.
That was the second one I got. I was just like, ew, I feel icky sending this in. This one's kind of a piece.
What is this? Words represented by the letter R? What? So, R, radius, like, reverse. So that's just words starting with.
No.
Oh, wait, no, because this one sounds like R, but these start with R?
So R, like, to be. Like, if you're texting in shorthand, you might just write R. Radius.
That's a piece. That's
it is a piece. Radius in math, you would, like, represent by just the letter R. So, like, pi r squared is the formula in math to find the area of a circle.
I don't.
Reverse in your car is just the letter R, and right when you're talking about like left and right is represented by just R.
I hate it when people use R and U to replace words.
Yeah.
Please just type the words out.
Just type the whole word.
Just type the words. I know it's a boomer take. I know I'm only in my 30s.
Boomers are the ones most likely to type R space U.
That is oddly true because I have been sent R and U from boomer family members in the past.
Yeah. No, when my dad first started texting, I had to tell him, please don't type with R and U. Just type the word. It's okay. You don't have to try and shorten it.
At least for me, someone with like autism, like when somebody sends me a text where they like turn a word into a letter, I then have to sit there for like an extra 30 seconds figuring out what I'm actually reading.
Yeah.
Because it just, I think that like it's meant to represent something. And it's only till like, 30 seconds later that I'm like, oh, no, wait. They literally, the U is just U and the R is just R.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out if it's an abbreviation for some other thing.
Or RU, because heaven forbid they press the space button between R and U.
Also, in general, I hate freaking abbreviation acronyms.
In the early days of texting, there were character limits in texts and like sometimes even like a cost per text to send.
That made more sense.
So it made more sense then. But
I feel like people who actually lived through that don't do that.
Yeah.
But hey, I know it's kind of boomer, but just know like...
No, it's anti-boomer to say type out your whole words.
It sucks for people like me when people don't just like spell things out. Also, I know there's this false agenda that periods are passive aggressive. Just use periods. Please. I need to know when your sentence ends.
I use periods if I'm sending more than one sentence at a time, and if I'm sending a single sentence, I tend to drop the period.
I really appreciate periods because it goes back to the thing with the abbreviations and the acronyms. I will get confused reading it because the period is my like they're my bumpers at the bowling alley, Like they let me know when a thought's separated and I can safely move on. Otherwise, I'm going to read it as if it's all one giant sentence and it's confusing.
Yeah. If I'm sending two sentences, I will use two periods. In my defense, I'm not like some people who will like send half a sentence and then the other half a sentence.
I hate that.
Yeah,
me and you are both paragraph writers.
Yeah.
At least to each other. To coworkers, sometimes it's better to do it in separate messages to like make it easier for them to like to read it. Yeah. I find that when you send people like word like step by steps on how to do things, if you send them a paragraph, they like glaze over the moment that paragraph starts.
Yeah. I learned pretty early on from a boss of mine to like do bullet points in emails or even Slack messages if you're doing a one E at the end.
One E at the end. Oh no. Something I've always disliked about Wordle and why I stopped doing it after like a few months of doing it is what happens is every time I do a word, I'm looking at these letters. And so I just keep trying to make words using the letters that I've already used. Like immediately after this, I was like, sure, it's got to be sure. But they're literally all the letters that are already here, just rearranged, and I already know they're not there. I wish there was like a mode of Wordle I could turn on where like it grays them out here, but these letters aren't displayed to me. I don't want to see them. Because it makes it harder. And I would imagine a lot of people probably get tripped up the same way. Because like once a word gets in my head, like all I can do is think about those like letters and words.
Yeah. I often think about like rhyming words, which sucks if I get the front half of the word right but the back half wrong. But usually I look at the keyboard after I submit a thing. Like, if you want my idea for a next word, I'll give it to you. If not, I can let you mull it over a little.
No.
Can't do purse.
No, let me okay. Try. I
I'll
want a
let you mull
word.
it
I
over
want
some
a
more.
word. I want a word. No. Pete.
Is that what you did?
I'm just trying to think of a word that ends with E that doesn't use the very E ending words of the letters that we already used. Because like the or, like the orse, is like very commonly used with E.
Yeah. Okay. I have a few words if you want like some options.
1 second. No, that's 4 letters. Oh, what about plate?
Plate's a good one.
Really? Not
wow.
a single letter?
Yeah. My ideas were place, plane, or blade, which all use that L.
Yeah. Like the other like before E sounds are like the las. Can't do glade.
Yeah, now I
E at the end. E at the end. No, too many. No. No, too many letters. This is a little crazy.
I don't think that's a word.
Yeah, I don't think that's a word either. Mead at least has an A in it.
Mead is just MEAD if you're talking about the alcohol.
What vowels do we have? We have U and I.
We could also use the second E.
Yeah. Wait. Oh. Could it be? This is risky. How?
Wow.
What the hell is this word? I had to really scrounge for this one in my brain. Jeez.
It's probably using a double letter or like some rare ones like a Z or a V. I started thinking like grays. No, we can't use G or E.
Yeah, it's all the letters we've lost.
Yeah.
I have to. How about? No. 4-letter word.
Mince. MINCE.
MIN. Oh, mince. Wait. Did we not already use C? We didn't. Sheesh.
So it's either I something CE or something ice.
I can't be in the second place. So it's probably like IXXCE. If it's, or maybe XXIC.
My first thought was twice. Already used both TW.
Boo ice. Foo ice. Coo ice. Oh! I got it. I know what it is.
Juice. Jew ice.
Jew ice.
J
No,
is a red letter.
I was going through the ooh ices and I was like Jew ice, but I only said that one in my head. And I was like, wait a minute. That's a thing.
Yeah.
If this were strands, I would have sat there forever going Jew ice. That's not a word. That's also mildly offensive. Okay, Pokidoku.
You could always click "Don't show again" for that pop-up.
Oh, I never read it. It's too many words.
Refresh the page and see if it comes up again. Don't show again.
Okay. Sinnoh evolved by Sinnoh's 4th gen.
Yep.
Evolved by an item.
There's lots of them.
I'm sure there is. Think about the other poisons. No, Scoliped's 5th gen. Oh, but no.
What?
Gliscor. I'm pretty sure you use a razor claw or something like that to evolve him. So I don't want to use it on poison. Because then I would.
Then you can't use it.
Yeah. Item. But that's the poison type I can remember. Wait, was Trubbish 4th gen? I think Trubbish is 4th gen. Oh, but then we've got. Oh, wait. Monotype's easy. My boy.
Yeah, boy.
My favorite Pokemon, my boy. I'm looking at you, Bidoof.
That Bidoof's a girl.
Yeah, but like, she's still cute.
Yeah.
They look the same. When we went to Kings Island visiting some family back in Ohio, we spent like all day there, and like we were ready to leave, probably a little sunburnt at that point. My brain was bounced around like crazy, and I didn't know if I could even handle another ride anyways. But on the way out, Jocelyn noticed there was a Build-A-Bear, which something really funny about Build-A-Bear. As a kid, I never had an interest in Build-A-Bear, but as an adult who loves plushies, Build-A-Bear is like one of my favorite stuffed animal places because their plushes are always really nice quality.
Yeah.
Like the fabric they use for the outside is like a nice soft fabric that doesn't have like that gross shine that some plushies like to use. They're usually nice and firm, so like they're good for display. But we saw a Bidoof in the window of that Build-A-Bear and had to take like probably a 30-minute detour while I waffled and then eventually decided to get the Bidoof because I don't think I had ever seen a plush for Bidoof.
Only a Build-A-Bear.
Only at that Build-A-Bear.
The Pokemon Center might sell Bidoof plushes.
Well,
but
Pokemon Center's in Japan, so I think there might be one in New York.
Yeah.
But
they're rare.
I don't have the opportunity to go to a Pokemon Center. So when I saw that, I was like, this could be the only time I could get one.
Yeah.
And I said I wasn't going to do it. The only reason I got it is because Jocelyn was like chatting with one of the staff members about Pokemon stuff while I was waffling about it. And then when I told her I wasn't going to do it, she was like, no, just get it because I was going to buy this for you anyways. And this just saves us the shipping cost.
Well, it's more than that. If you buy it online, you have to buy like the whole package where it comes with like
all the shirt and stuff.
It comes with the shirt that it's wearing. It has like a little thing that like makes a beedoo sound and everything. And so like it's a little bit more expensive.
That's even like a $20-$30 upcharge.
So like they'll put it on sale, but on sale it's still like $5 more than just the plain naked Bidoof.
Gotcha.
And so the plain naked Bidoof full price in store, that's all you wanted. You didn't want it to make a Bidoof noise. You didn't want the shirt.
I just want to put it on my chair over there and look at it every once in a while and smile. I mean, I was able to get the Isabel, the Tom Nook, and the KK Slider plushies. Mm-hmm. Each of those were like $20 to $25. And shipping was free because I ordered Isabel and Tom Nook at the same time. Mm-hmm. KK Cider I ordered later, but I think shipping was still free on that because they were just doing a thing that day. Mm-hmm. But like, they just make great plushies. They make great plushies. If you want a plushie and you're an adult, just go to Build-A-Bear. Go to Build-A-Bear. It's a good time.
And if you go in person, you get to like hug the little heart.
Oh yeah, there's like if you've ever like watched an anime and seen like a maid caffeine scene before, like they make you the person buying the plush do a sort of like maid cafe like love enchantment on the Build-A-Bear, and it's kind of goofy, but at the same time, like if the people who are telling you to do it are like cooler, they'll understand the comedy of the situation and laugh with you.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. It was a good time. The people who worked at Build-A-Bear were really cool. I was actually thinking the other day, maybe my retirement job should just be go and work at a Build-A-Bear so I can get Build-A-Bear discounts. Okay. Back to Pokemon. A Paldean monotype. I know of some.
Do you?
I do.
Prove it.
Yeah. Didn't think I'd get that one, did you?
I did not think that you would think of Smoliv for a monotype.
I don't like the way you said that. I could swear that they're monotypes. Small of Dolivan Arboliva.
Arboliva?
Arboliva.
Do you Arboliva that they're monotype?
Arboliva. Arboliva.
Arboliva.
No, it's Arboliva.
The first two are about olives.
Well, now you've got me doubting, but I will confirm it afterwards. Okay. I'm sure I can think of another monotype. Cinder. No, I'm trying to think of the pre-evolved form of Ceruledge and Amarouge.
Oh.
It's like Cinder Cadet or something like that. Char Cadet. I'm pretty sure he's mono fire, and then he gets Ghost if you go Ceruledge, and he gets Psychic if you go Amarouge.
That does make sense.
But I'll keep that one in my back pocket because you've sowed seeds of doubt. And a Kanto monotype. That's not too hard. I can think of a few.
No Kanto monotypes. They never did any of that.
They never did a Kanto monotype. You know what?
What?
Maybe... Ooh, you know what? Kangaskhan. Because... Kangaskhan, I often forget that Kangaskhan
exists.
Was in Kanto.
Yeah.
Simply because I don't think I ever found where you get it. I think it's a Safari Zone thing.
I think it's a Safari Zone exclusive.
But it's hard to find, so I never ran into it. I ended up getting my Pokédex completion by trading someone for a Kangaskhan because they had figured out where in the Safari Zone you had to get it from.
I used a Kangaskhan in a Leaf Green playthrough one time.
I think they made it a little easier in the Fire Red Leaf Greens to find Kangaskhan.
Yeah. But the big thing about Leaf Green Kangaskhan was that this was before Physical Special split. So my Kangaskhan was rocking Shadow Ball, which was a physical move and was like really strong and good.
Okay. Oh, and it's two. Well, okay, this one's easy. I just essentially need to think of the least popular evolution. Or no, well, no, Victory Bell's fine. It evolves with a leaf stone. Right? Am I crazy? Because Vileplume and Victory Bell are supposed to be like mirror.
Yeah.
Like a paired Pokemon.
They might have been like version exclusives. I don't remember for sure.
Yes, okay. And then Vileplume for poison type. Or maybe I should do Arbok.
Which one do you think's less popular?
Arbok, probably. But then again, you do find Ekans very early.
Arbok was a version exclusive. I think you get Sandshrew in blue and green and Arbok in red.
I'm gonna go Weezy. Okay. It's low. That's all I really wanted.
For my Kanto evolved by item, I thought I was so clever. I picked Chansey.
That doesn't work. You have to pick Blissey.
Blissey's a friendship evolution.
Oh, does Happiny also use an item?
Happiny evolves with an oval stone into Chansey. I was like, I'm so clever that it's like 2%. This has to be the lowest one. Apparently, Gengar, Alakazam, and Machamp count as item evolutions because the link cable.
Oh, because of the link cable.
And they were all below Chansey. And I was like, dang it! I was still very proud of remembering Chansey, but I was really mad that it wasn't the lowest.
Poison. Oh, you want to know a poison type from Paldea that people don't remember?
Yeah.
Grafefe?
Grafaiai?
Oh, yeah, Grafaiai.
Joke's on you, that's the highest one.
Really?
I forgot Grafaiai.
Oh, I should have put the little engine guy.
The ones I could think of were Varoom, Revavroom, and Iron Moth.
Well, I felt like when I played through the game, I got a Grafaiai and I really liked playing with it.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of just like a fast, weird little guy.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody ever talked about Grafaiai. Like, he clearly had been forgotten. He's one of those Pokemon that, like, probably isn't going to find his way into another generation.
Yeah.
I could see the little motor guy coming back though. He's better than I expected, especially when you run into him in Pokemon Emerald Rogue. That thing is a menace.
Yeah. I played it in Poke Rogue where they give it egg moves of essentially when you fight the team. What was the team called? Team Star.
I don't know what the team in Pokemon Rogue is called.
Not the team of Pokemon. The team in Scarlet Violet.
Violet?
Yeah, it was Team Star, right?
Oh,
the kids that drop
yeah.
So when you fight Team Star, like each of their like special Revivrooms has a special like torque move based on the type of team they have. So Poke Rogue gave Revavroom egg moves of those moves, which are normally like unavailable for the player. And so that was fun to play with because they're like 100% accuracy, 100 can't talk. 100% accuracy, 100 base power moves that have like fairy type and decreases their defense, or like, psychic type and confuses them. Like, it was cool. So Riverfruit was fun to play.
What was the pre-evolved form of Spidops called? Because I think he's just a mono bug. You Piter. I'm gonna go with my Char Cadet. I'm feeling pretty confident on it being mono fire because that thing was stuck in my party for a long time before I could figure out how to evolve it.
It took just like so much to get the armors.
A Sinnoh poison type.
Also, Dolive. It's half normal type.
Fuck, you're right. Dolive is who I always use for normal grass.
Yeah, that's why I didn't think you would think of Dolive for a mono grass.
Is Smoliv also normal?
All three are grass normal.
Ah, man, that's frustrating. Okay, so Sinnoh poison. I'm pretty sure Scolipede. I'm pretty sure is 5th gen.
You should know multiple Sinnoh poisons.
Multiple Sinnoh poisons. I'm sure I know some. It's just I have to dig them out of my brain. I also have to dig out an evolved by item.
Yeah.
Sinnoh.
I mean, you mentioned one.
Oh yeah, Gliscor. Oh, I got it. So we go Gliscor for this slot.
No, we don't.
What?
I keep telling you, it's ground flying.
I fucking hate your favorite Pokemon. It's a shitty Pokemon.
It's not even my favorite Pokemon. I just love him.
Magmortar.
You could just pick Gliscor there if you want.
Magmortar.
Stop picking Gliscor for poison.
Toxicroak? Oh, yeah, Toxicroak is a poison type.
You keep using Toxicroak.
Drapion! That's the one. Because I was like, I know there's like a cool,
like...
When I say cool, I mean like every generation has that cool bug type. And like Drapion was 4th gen, Scolipede was 5th gen.
Drapion's dark type.
Yeah, but it's bug.
Dark poison.
Oh. But it's clearly a bug.
Dark poison.
Huh.
He's dark poison and Skuntank's dark poison.
I always forget Skuntank exists, honestly.
Even though Nick is Skuntank?
Even though Nick is Skuntank. Man.
Just stop picking Gliscor for anything.
But sometimes he's right.
There will always be one other.
He's ground flying?
Yeah.
It just makes no fucking sense.
Just whenever you see ground flying, you always pick Landorus anyway. So just stop picking Gliscor ever.
Which has a high daily mean high temperature in spring. Population in spring. Okay, so this is Tucson in Phoenix along the border. This is... Oh, it's definitely Arizona. Because, like, this is on the water.
Yeah.
And also, like, it's mid-California. If it were, like, below LA, then we'd have some competition. But I think being above LA...
Yeah.
It's probably, like... It probably gets California hot.
Yeah.
Where, like...
look at all the forests near it. Like,
yeah,
it's insulated.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay. Which has more people with a STEM degree as a percentage of overall population? Seattle, Washington.
Easily Seattle.
Arlington City, Texas. Where is this?
Dallas.
So it's outside of Dallas. From what I understand, isn't Dallas one of the more Texas-y cities?
What do you mean by Texas-y?
Well, like the Austin area is pretty like liberal.
So is Dallas.
Dallas is also liberal. Okay, so maybe it's Houston I'm thinking of.
Like Dallas is a blueberry in the way Austin's a blueberry.
I'm gonna go Seattle.
It's easy. Amazon's in Seattle.
Oh yeah. Okay. Which has a higher population weighted density? Population weighted density is computed by computing the density within the given radius for each person in the region and then averaging the results. This is a better measure of density that people actually experience. So, which has a higher population weighted density? Well, this is in Asia.
Indonesia's in like Southeast Asia.
Is this Indonesia? Oh, I didn't read the names. I was just looking at the map.
So, which section of China is it? Northern China.
Is that the more populated or the less populated part?
I mean, scroll out and try to find.
Because I know
it's not near Beijing.
Oh, dang. This is like.
It's like on the northern border.
Yeah. And then this is.
It's just like North Indonesia.
Indonesia's a pretty packed country.
It is.
But this is like a huge chunk of China.
Well, that's the thing. It's population density, not raw people.
So then Indonesia.
I would say Indonesia. Okay.
We were wrong. Dallas Fort Worth. Man, a lot of Texas stuff lately. I feel like the other day we got a couple in Texas too. Dallas Fort Worth, which has a higher percentage of people who are in poverty. Toledo, I mean, this is Ohio we're talking about. Then again, so this may not be in poverty. This could be in poverty based on what America defines poverty.
I'd say the poverty line of earning less than, I don't know what the exact number is.
Because I do know that in very populous cities, when rents start going up, there are a lot more people living in those cities who are considered under the poverty line, but typically get around it by having roommates. Whereas this is Ohio. But honestly, I kind of just feel all of Ohio is living under the poverty line.
Well, the official like U.S. poverty line is like...
Isn't it like...
It's like $17,000 a year, like something.
That is very low.
I don't know if that's the exact. Is there an eye icon on in poverty that you can?
Oh yeah, like see what it's based on.
Not.
Which is because if it's based on state poverty, that's way more complicated.
Well, there's people who are like housing poor who are spending more than 35% of their income on housing,
but are making income.
But like. That's a percentage of your income and is not an official measure of poverty.
I think it might
poverty is like a raw income number.
My gut is telling me just go for the place that I think makes less money in general.
Yeah, because that's what poverty is.
Yeah. So Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Ohio. Which has a higher percentage of residents who are citizens by birth? Oh, Kentucky. There's no way any
Oakland.
place in California has a higher percentage of native borns.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I've learned about California, their main import is people from other states.
Well, it's not other states, it's other countries. Citizens.
Oh, well, either way, California is going to have more immigrants than... Yeah. Freaking Kentucky.
Random Kentucky.
96% of... Oh, I never noticed, but like... Is this how many what percentage of people get it right? So 3 was the hardest one, according to this. How off was it?
Very off.
Really? But it's just Indonesia's such a tight packed place.
Maybe North Indonesia is less packed.
Maybe just all of China is packed.
All of China is packed and North Indonesia is not as packed as like...
Yeah, per square kilometer.
It's like
3,000
more than 3 times as many people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
China, like, I think maybe you guys need to fuck less. You know? Like maybe
Well, that's what the
maybe
government.
there's too many people.
That's what the government told them to do, and then they're like, "Oh wait, now we're old, and there's no one to enslave to take care of all the olds."
Well, there's that issue, but I think there's also the issue of like, oh, we just don't have enough young people to fill all the jobs that are going to be emptied out by the old people.
Yeah. Well, there's that, but I think like, elder care is kind of what the olds care most about.
Especially in Asia, they're a lot bigger
Yeah.
on like taking care of their family.
That's why they tried to have only sons and exported all their daughters, was because they wanted men to take care of the olds.
And now in China, there's more men than women, and the women get pretty much get their picking.
Yeah. But like with how career focused Asia has kind of become,
it's better for them to just stay single.
Yeah, it's better to just stay single and like have a job.
It's almost like if you don't pay people enough money, they have to work so much that they can't even afford to keep your country going.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of articles lately on like, why aren't millennials having kids? It's the economy. It's
no. Like, well, it is the economy, but like there's a lot of reasons not to have a kid. Yeah. It's just the economy is such a superseding factor.
I think the economy is probably like, if you took a like random sample of millennials without kids, and there was a study that came out recently, which is why I think there's a lot of those headlines. But like the economy was like top, but
actually
followed by like, I just don't want to, and signals broadly.
Honestly, I don't think it's the economy, because the economy is doing great. The issue...
No, the stock market is doing great.
Yeah.
The economy is...
But that's what people typically base the economy on. But
no,
like,
that's what...
The issue is like housing and cost of living.
Yeah, but that's what like your average person means. Like rent and groceries is what they mean by the economy. And when businesses and CEOs talk about the economy, they're talking about like interest rates and stock prices.
The stuff that doesn't matter.
They're talking about completely different things.
Money's made up. We're all living in a system where debt is our new money. Everyone's just in debt to each other. Remember that. It'll be on the test in like 50 years.
And credit cards are made of recycled toboggans.
And credit cards are made of recycled toboggans.
Do you even have fun doing Horsel anymore? Does it make you feel anything?
It feels wrong to not do it. Kind of like how, sometimes people have like certain eating habits, like how they like to end their meal. Like some people will eat a piece of gum to get the stuff out of their teeth. Mm-hmm. Some people will like drink a bunch of water to wash it down.
Some people have a mint.
Yeah. The Horsel is my aperitif. You know, it's that little bit of, alcohol that people drink after a meal to like,
People do that?
Yeah, that's what an aperitif is.
Oh. Since I've never drank before, I didn't know what an aperitif was.
I'm pretty sure that's what the aperitif is. I don't drink either, but context clues. Well, at least AI was useful for this. An aperitif is a low alcohol beverage that's usually served before a meal. Oh, it's before. I thought it was after. Okay, well, an alcoholic drink taken before a meal to stimulate the appetite.
Okay, so I didn't know what it was, but you kind of didn't either.
I got it twisted. I knew what it was, but I got it twisted.
There's a digestif, which may be the...
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of. Whereas they are served after a meal and tend to be sweet, stronger in alcohol, and or more bitter. So see, we both learned something here today.
Yeah. I mean, I know that...
See, this is why this is useless bullshit. Google already had it figured out.
Yeah.
They didn't need to change anything.
Google already had a section where they steal a website's content and
make it their own.
And feed it to you without giving the website any ad revenue whatsoever. And they didn't need to run it back by introducing AI.
Yeah, this AI shit is awful. Because if I had just come here and stopped at this shitty AI overview, I never would have scrolled down and then like saw this and been like, oh, okay, well, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Because like a digestif is what you were thinking an aperitif was.
Because typically whenever these show up, I immediately just scroll down, but you can't help like glancing at it. Mm-hmm. And like sometimes when it answers the question in the first sentence, you're like, well, fuck you too, Google. But like, you know, I usually will try and scroll down anyways because I don't trust Google AI. I don't trust the information it provides. Just because like it's scraping it from somewhere, it's not getting fact checked.
It's not only is it scraping it from somewhere, but it's scraping it from somewhere and then like rewording it like in small ways just to like claim the AI did it instead of just stealing. Whereas they have the just stealing from other websites section already, and I trust that a lot more.
Okay.
But people do order dessert wines when I went to fancy restaurants.
Yeah. But I guess that was a digestif, and the other one is an aperitif, before and after. Maybe that's why it's called aperitif, because the root word is appetizer, or app. Probably appetizer.
Well, I don't remember which one looked at it. It might have been the Google AI, but I believe this part where it says it comes from a Latin word meaning to open. Which I would believe is
what appetizer is based on. Okay. Facts. Okay, well, that's all the puzzles today.
And learning.
Yeah, we have to a bit extra. There was a lot of stuff we had to to go over.
We chatted. And that was good.
I mean, I guess I don't like talking to my wife. Nobody likes talking to their wife, right? Am I right, fellas? Yuck.
You didn't have fun.
Our relationship's totally not predicated on the fact that all we do is talk to each other. Okay, bye.